All right, if you've been following my channel, then you know that right now I'm running a Finnex light on my son's 36-gallon bow front. I have the quarantine tank set up, ready to go, and I have the fish on the way. So with this, what I decide after doing a lot of thinking, I like the Finnex light. I think it grows plants just fine. I don't have a par meter, but I think all that's going to be just fine. The only issue that I have with the light is I do not have as much controllability or, control as I'm used to. I'm used to having the Neptune Apex controllers and all that type of stuff, the Kessel lighting, and I was able to control, intensities, light spectrums, and make points throughout the day, and just a lot of control over it. Well, with the Finnex, the Finnex 24/7, yeah, you have some control. You can bump it up and down. You can, you have the times. I think it was, what is it, like 3-hour increments or whatever, that you can change settings and modify the light, how it looks, and that type of stuff. I would like a little bit more control over it, than that is able to give me. So, after doing a little bit of research and watching some videos myself, I decided to order this guy. This is the Fluval, and let's see, what's it actually called? Is it just the Plant Spectrum LED? Well, I thought it had more of a name on it. So I guess it's just the Plant Spectrum LED. This is a 6500K, size is 24 inch to 34 inch, which my son's aquarium is 30 inches, and the quarantine tank is a 20-gallon long, so it is also 30 inches. So my game plan is that I'm going to take the Finnex light off his aquarium, and I'm going to put it on the quarantine tank for now. And it just depends on a lot of things. It depends on how many viewers I get, how many people want me to continue doing these videos, that type thing. If, I get enough viewers, then I'm thinking that I may take the 20-gallon quarantine tank and actually set it up as a planted aquarium as well. In that case, I can use the Finnex light on it and it wouldn't be wasted. Other than that, if I don't go that route, if I don't get any feedback or not enough people really caring about these videos, then I guess the plan would be, after setting up his tank, I'd probably just sell the Finnex, depending on how well I like this one. So let's take a look at it and see what we got going on here. So I'm just going to kind of go down the box so you can see it and all. It says it's engineered for plants for growth, color, and health. Used with the Fluval Smart app, programmable 24-hour light cycles, customizable color spectrums, preset habitats. Of course, it is Bluetooth. Freshwater use, it says waterproof, so that's good. And if it's a step up from water resistant, which the Finnex I found out is just water resistant, and it actually has a warning about water and evaporation and stuff like that. So if this one's waterproof, then it's one up on that. It says it has a 3-year warranty. Let's see what the back looks like. Kind of tells you a little bit here about the Smart app, how to download it, that type thing. Works with all the smartphones, iOS, Android, that type thing. It tells you about the customizing and how you can program it. Customizable color spectrum here, so you can change all of it, like fine tune it, and that's really why I got this. I like that aspect of it a lot. Preset habitats, you could do Lake Malawi, tropical river, or planet. So that's neat too. It gives you an option if you don't have a mobile device, something you can do to control it there. But anyway, let's see. I will, well, got tape on it and I didn't bring any scissors. I will grab some scissors and we will open this guy up, take a look at it, and then I will do a video later with it actually running on the tank, or I might just include it in this video of it actually running on the tank so you can see what it looks like and go over a few other things with it. But I saw Corey from Aquarium Co-op, you know, taking a look at one of these. He kind of endorsed it, you know, really liked it himself. I'm a big fan of his channel, and you know, I kind of saw him using it and thought to myself, you know, I really would like that level of control with the light and the ability to customize it the way I want it. So I decided to pick one up for myself. Price wise, so the Finnex for the 24/7, was it CRV, something like that, I'm wanting to say it was $90. The Fluval, I believe this is $130. So just, you know, price comparison. I know, you know, a lot of times in cases money's tight and things like that, and you want to try to save all that you can. But to me, this is a whole new world, because in the saltwater world, I had thousands and thousands of dollars, you know, tied up in it. And when I look at these lights, you know, $100, $150, you know, that's still a quarter of the price to me. So it's one of those things that I guess, you know, I don't really pay attention to that as much. I just kind of look at it like, well, you know, this is an extra $40, but you know, if it proves to be a lot better, then it'll be worth it. So we'll get it unboxed, take a look at it, and then we'll try it out on the tank and see what it looks like. And you know, I'm curious to know too. Leave in the comments, you know, who's running one of these? Do you have any pros and cons to it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? You know, just, I'm always curious, what are your thoughts about it? Let me grab some scissors and I'll be right back. Okay, my GoPro is acting funky on me. But here we are, got it out. This guy is super thin, very lightweight. Looks like we have a power button here on this side. The legs on it just pull out to fit various sizes. On this side, all we have is kind of the Fluval name logo there. And that's it. It looks like that's all there is to it. Very simplistic. I got to get the app downloaded and get on the tank, and we'll take a look at this guy and see what we think about it. Stay tuned. Okay, just for the time being, I just set this light on top of the quarantine tank. I'm gonna move it over to the other tank here in a minute, but just so you can kind of see what it looks like, I figured I would put it here. So, you know, it's supposed to be for a 30-inch tank as included in the size specs. But if you have kind of a shallow tank, you know, then you kind of have some dark areas here in the tank. I need to clean the glass. Oh, I probably got some ammonia going on there. Yeah, I do. So anyway, just so you can kind of see, let's look up at it. Can't really see anything as far as that goes. Probably blind you by doing this, but let's just take a look here. Yeah, I doubt you're gonna be able to see much. Okay, well, let's look at the app. And if you can see this on my phone, let me see, get it somewhere so we don't have that glare. Okay, and I apologize if you can't see this well. So this is the manual control. So, you know, you can adjust it live, I guess, to whatever you want there. You can turn the power on and off. Let's see, the auto mode, and you can see it automatically dimmed down. Right now it's just got basically the blue ones on, but that's set up by a preset time here that we have. it looks like it has sunrise, daylight, sunset, night, and sleep. So it kind of already has it set up for you on this graph here. So you can make any kind of changes or adjustments you want to, and it looks like you can save it, preview it, or export it. And then there's a mode here that says Pro. And it says 10 time points set. And it's got some more settings there. And it's got export, save as, preview, edit, and overview. So those are kind of our options. It's not a whole lot of features and bells and whistles. It looks like a pretty simplistic app to use. It's one of those things that I'm going to start playing around with some of these settings and see if I can get figured out. I hadn't looked at the manual at all yet, and I just turned it on just so I can show you guys what's here and what it looks like. It was really easy to add. I didn't have to go to Bluetooth. I didn't have to do anything on the light. Basically, I hit the power button on the light and put add, and it found it automatically. So nothing to that. But yeah, that's it so far. Stay tuned. We'll get it on the other tank, and then as I play around with it and figure it out a little bit, then we'll go over it a little bit more as I get fish in there and the other plants in that tank. Let's see, we'll just go back to manual so you can kind of see what it looks like. And I mean, I'd put some of those ammonia drops in there yesterday, so I got a little bit of cloudiness going on in the tank, so it's not crystal clear, but I have to put some more prime in it to help fight that. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Please stay tuned with me. Please subscribe. If you'd like, hit the notification button. That way you can see when I put out new videos. I might start doing some different type series. I'll have a series on fish aquariums and planted tanks and things like that. And then, separate series for my other hobbies and things I like to do and post videos on. So thank you very much for watching. Okay, so I got the light switched out. I put the Finnex light on the quarantine tank and the Fluval on the 36 gallon. So I just wanted to show you a comparison real quick. Now, both of them, the spectrum and all that stuff can be changed. So I'm not as much looking at that right now, more of how they kind of mount. So the Finnex light, as you can see, the stand, is 2.5, 3 inches, well, probably more like 3, off of the top of the tank. But, okay, so in my opinion, that's good and bad. It's good for the fact is, if you look in the tank, you don't see any dark spots. It raises that up and it gets more light coverage out in the corners and everything. So you got full coverage of the light. This one's also, it's adjustable so you can swing it back and forth, or sit it even. I like the Finnex light. I wanted to get the Fluval and give it a chance to see if I like it better with the customization options. So, I'll do a video after I've had them both for a little while and tell you my thoughts and which one I like better. I like aspects of this Finnex better. I know you won't be able to see, and this will blind you, but up under here, this is a very thin little film. It's not glass or anything like that. It's a little film that's over, like a plastic film that's over the LEDs. It's not sealed or anything. So I know that if you didn't have a top like I don't on the other, that, with pumps going and everything like that and surface agitation, you're probably going to end up getting water damage with this thing. It said on it that it's water resistant, but then it has a note inside the box, if you watch my other video on it, saying, like a warning, saying that, you could have issues with that. Otherwise, the outside metal casing, it's nice otherwise. and then you won't be able to see it real good. I turned the other light off, but you know, the controller for it, and this is what I was talking about. So you have gaps in between the times that don't allow for as much customizing to me. So from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Well, I mean, you got hours in between, you know, each one. So, you know, I don't know. I just didn't, that aspect of it, I don't like as much. But everything else about this light, I do like so far. So we will step in the other, oh, another thing about it being higher up, when you're sitting back and you're kind of eye level, then the light kind of gets in your eyes, or, you know, if you're a little shorter looking down at something, the light kind of shines and gets you, so that, you know, you wouldn't be able to see as good, or like a little blinding light there. And you'll see with the Fluval, that's not an issue, but it has its own issues. So let's go take a look at that one now. Okay, so now we're in my son's room, 36-gallon top fin bow front. I apologize, it's not cloudy in there, it's the bacterial like haze on the glass. I need to wipe it down. So I apologize for that. But right now we're just talking about the light anyway. So basically, let's take a look here. It sits a lot lower on the tank. It doesn't have the beams of light that come out and blind you as much. It does have kind of like a more sealed glass over the LED lights. What I don't like about it is that, you know, I know this fits a range of aquariums, and 30 was somewhat in the middle of that. I wish it came out a little further with the LED lighting. I don't like that part. And then the other, like I talked about, in the corners you have dark spots now, and I didn't have that before with the Finnex. So, I mean, it's just kind of food for thought, just something to think about. There's the power button lit up like I was talking about before. Super lightweight. It seems like it's sturdy. It's built pretty well. It's pretty hot to the touch as far as running. But I mean, I guess they've accounted for that and it'll be okay. It runs a little bit hotter actually than the Finnex does. But, you know, like I said, right now both of them have some pros and cons in my book. But, you know, I'll let you know more of my thoughts on it as I've had them and used them for a longer period of time. So anyway, thanks for watching again, and stay tuned.